All right, welcome fans. I'm Eric.
I'm Mark.
Oh, I didn't know we were going to do that. Today is the 1st of December, the year of our Lord, 2019. For all the Christians out there, maybe celebrating the first day of Advent, you know, watching all those ABC Family original Christmas specials, stuff in that regard. We decided to do something a little bit different this year. We're going to be celebrating, instead of the 24 days of Christmas, or 24 days of Advent, we're going to be doing the 24 days of root beer in honor and commemoration, a tribute, if you will, to the most revered soft drink in the history of soft drinks, no bias, root beer. So basically what we're going to be doing each day from today through 24th of December, you're better at math than I am, that's right, 24 days will put us at 24th of December, we'll be having a different brand of root beer. So what we'll be doing each day is taking a little bit, talking about a little bit about the history of the root beer, and then doing a taste test, and we'll be doing a score of 1 to 10, no even numbers, if you will, so 1 to 1 decimal points, practice popularized by the Barstool Pizza Review, and we're just going to see how each day kind of goes. So on the first day, again, we also did a random generator to decide which root beer we're going to do each day. So today we started off with Ryan Old Fashioned Root Beer, and if any of our commenters below can pronounce what that means, Racinet, Root Beer Racinet, I think. That'd be great if you could tell us how to pronounce that. These, as you can see, they come in a glass bottle, which before we even taste it, I assume it's gonna give a better taste. But that's another thing I forgot to mention. We'll be pouring them into the standard 12-ounce glass. I don't know if it's really 12 ounce, but we're gonna say it's a 12-ounce glass each day, so we make sure there's no bias in terms of flavor based on what container, glass, plastic, can the root beer may be coming out of. Mark, do you want to provide a little bit of the history of Ryan's Old Fashioned Root Beer?
Well, first of all, it's Johnny Ryan, and
where does it say Johnny Ryan?
Says Johnny Ryan right there, and you are actually the one with the history pulled up, so.
All right, folks, it's actually part of the Johnny Ryan Brewing Company, established in 1935 by three brothers, Stephen, Walter, and John. I guess John was the favorite of the family, if his name's the one that's still on the bottles. Bottled to this day in Niagara Falls, New York. So shout out, not upstate New York, Western New York. You know, if you grew up in New York, that's a big disclaimer. It's not just upstate, downstate. That's a Westchester, that's a city, that's a Long Island thing to say. You know, you got downstate, the city, upstate, West New York, Central New York, a variety of different regions, okay? What do you say we're in upstate, Mark? Where would you say we are geographically in New York?
Bottom.
Bottom. See? Downstate. But then those city folk would say we're upstate, which we kind of are, but. All right, so who cares about the history? We're going to get right into the review. As we said before, glass bottle, but we will be sampling these from glasses that will be standard for each of the subsequent reviews as well. Mark, you're capable of pouring your own bottle, right?
Notice he's the one opening the bottles because he's a trained professional over the age of 21, knows how to open bottles.
But of course these are non-alcoholic root beers, as Mark is a wee kinder. Ooh, that smooth pour, the fizz, so it's not flat, that's big. Impact of taste. Oh, another thing to mention, this is made with cane sugar. So that's something to take into account when we're judging the taste. You know, no artificial sweetener. That may or may not affect the taste, for the better or for the worse. So just something to take into consideration as we do this review. Testing the aroma. Mark, do you have any comments on the aroma of the root beer?
No.
So no comments on Mark's side. On my end, I can smell the distinct cane sugar, or at least I'm going to say I smell the cane sugar. It smells on the sweeter side compared to other root beers I've had in the past. Again, I've never reviewed a root beer in this format, but that's just what I think straight off the top. So what do we want to do? We want to do a cheers and then the taste and then some commentary? What do you want to do?
Sure.
All right, salud. Gabagool. Interesting aftertaste. You know, my first comments are, you know, the first sip, immediately, of course, you think root beer. But on the down swallow, that's where I feel it's a separation, where you feel that cane sugar coming into play. Mark, do you have any comments on the taste?
It's not as sweet as your typical branded root beer like A&W or Mug, but
The massively produced, sorry to cut you off there, sir. The massively produced root beers, you might see in any general supermarket. Continue.
But so that gives it its distinct taste that separates it from the bigger brands.
Which of course we will get to. We're not going to say if it's better for worse if it's massively produced, but this definitely has the distinct regional taste. Again, with the cane sugar at play. Are you ready to offer a score, or do you have anything else to add? Cool.
I think I'm ready.
All right. This is Mark's scale, or Mark's score, excuse me, on a scale of 1 to 10. Again, no whole numbers.
7.2.
Not a bad score. On my end, let's see. You know, I'm interested to see how this is going to match up with some of the scores as we go along here. Just kind of my own personal palate. I'm not a big cane sugar guy. You know, I'm actually all for the artificial sweeteners. You know, I'm young. You only live once. So who cares about the natural, GMO-free, yada, yada, yada that this generation cares about? I'm going to go 6.4 starting off. You know, hopefully that's not a low bar score by the end of everything. But again, not a big fan of cane sugar. You know, I appreciate, again, New York reppin', Western New York. But in terms of taste alone, Mark, I'm going to have to say I'm giving it a 6.4. Thoughts?
I'm a big sweet guy. I like sweet and soda, and although this isn't very sweet, it still tastes pretty good with that cane sugar, and so I still think it earns a 7.2.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. We'll be back again at some point tomorrow. The Year of Our Lord, 2019, December 2nd. For we don't even know what root beer we're going to be doing next, because we'll be doing, again, a random generator each day to determine, so there will be no biases beforehand. Any other comments to make before we wrap up for today, Mark?
Hit the like button and subscribe.
I guess that's YouTube speak for subscribe to JohnnyTater.com, aka youtube.com/JohnnyTater. Shout out quick to my dogs. Big win against Tech yesterday. Hopefully they're getting to the college football playoff. That's kind of it for the day. Drive safe if you're out there in the elements, and God bless. Wrap it up.
Thanks for watching.